What's up YouTube, it's your boy Ravlar and I'm here today with the first episodes of RS3 tips and tricks. Now, over the past few months I've learned a lot from watching Theoatrix do a similar series on OSRS and it inspired me to create this version for RS3. Now I understand that a lot of us RS3 players are very passionate and knowledgeable about this game, and that probably means that you've come across some of these tips and tricks. However, I'm going to make it my personal aim to make sure that every single person learns at least one thing new each video. So with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video guys. I'll see you at the end. Today's first tip is one of my personal favourites. There's certain areas in the game which are very dark and it's sometimes very hard to see what's going on clearly. A perfect example of this is the Ripper Demon Cave in Alcarid. One simple and easy way to get around this is simply right click your world map, go to skyboxes and choose a bright filter and watch the place light up. My personal favourite is Shattered Worlds. Another incredible place to use this at is at Rise of the Six. Now, Rise of the Six are normally quite dark and gloomy, but with this filter it turns the whole area into a flipping spaceship. And playing Rots this way, man, once you do it, you can never go back to playing it normally. Next up, I have a nifty little tip for you guys, and this one is to do with your Slayer counter. Now, as I'm sure you're all aware, you can go into your game settings and turn this on. What this shows you is your current task and how many of that task you have left. Now, what a lot of people actually don't know is that you can right click this and select the Reaper option. This shows you what your current Reaper assignment is and what task streak you're on. This is awesome because you can check your assignment without grabbing your Grim Gem from the bank, saving you a few seconds every day. When bonfiring, as I'm sure you're all aware, you get a 5% boost to your maximum HP. However, this 5% value is calculated when the boost is applied. Because of this means that when we actually get the boost, we can maximize our HP setup by wearing tank armor and a shield. And because this boost is taken forward and not recalculated hereafter, this means that we can change our gear freely and keep the increased bonfire boost. If you're confused, don't worry, but all you really need to know is, when you're bonfiring, make sure you wear your highest HP setup, because basically this allows you to get a higher health bonus no matter what armor you are wearing throughout that hour. This next tip is extremely powerful, but surprisingly not that many people are actually aware that it exists, and of those that do, a lot of people just forget about it most of the time. So, after completing the Ritual of the Marjora, or however the hell you say that, you get access to the Glacial Caves. Now you can easily access them through the fairy ring code DKQ. Once you enter the cave, you get a free damage boost in certain areas of the RS map for a 4-hour period of time. You can see when this boost is active on your buff bar. The amount of damage boost actually varies from location to location, but by far the most significant use for this boost is in God Wars Dungeon, where it works on absolutely all the NPCs apart from the Angel of Death. In the rest of the dungeon, however, you get a flat 5% damage boost to whatever NPC you're fighting. This is fucking huge. Now, to put it into context, an elemental scrimshaw for magic costs around 900k an hour to use and gives you a 5% boost to your magic damage. Now, you just get this boost for free after completing the quest. So, if you have completed the Ritual of Marjora and you're not getting this boost every time you do some PVM in the God Wars dungeon, what are you doing, fam? Just do it! Here's a quick little tip for everyone's favourite monthly D&D, the Oyster. So, when we do the Oyster, we actually get a mad amount of fishing and farming XP. But this XP is calculated by your boosted level and not your actual level. So what this means is that you can actually get a significant chunk of more XP if you boost before you actually engage in the activities. Before you gather the seaweed every month, make sure you eat a pork pie. This boosts your farming level by +5. Now when you're doing the fishing part, make sure you eat an Admiral pie before you start doing this. Overall, this just adds up to be a nice chunk of extra XP every month. Now, the Enhanced Excalibur is an extremely useful item no matter what situation you're in if you're doing any sort of PVM. But it kinda sucks that you can only get one. Well, there is a way around this. First things first, make sure that you don't have an Enhanced Excalibur in your bank or on your character. If you do, just destroy it because this way we can get multiple of them. Next, go to the Lady of the Lake in Tadley. Claim a normal Excalibur, drop it, claim another one, drop it, and so on and so forth. Once you're happy with the amount of Excaliburs you have, pick them all up, talk to the lady again, and ask her to enhance an Excalibur. What she will do is enhance all the Excaliburs in your inventory, and now you can have multiple enhanced Excaliburs just like that. If you have access to Prifdinus and have caught each type of Impling at least once, you can visit David in the Clan Amelot region. Firstly, he will give you a free 50k Hunter XP lamp, which is awesome, but then you also get an additional reward when catching Implings. You have a choice of either gaining extra XP, which is kinda lame, or getting double loot from Implings. Now the second one is definitely what I've chosen, and although it's not particularly great actively when you're looking to make money, it's always nice when you get a double loot from a crystal Impling every time that turns up. When you're thieving an NPC which doesn't have a left click option to pickpocket, it can get really annoying to right click and then click on the pickpocket option again and again. Luckily, there is a simple solution to make this a lot more chill. Firstly, make sure that the NPC is trapped and can't move like the hand member showed on screen. Also, try and make sure they are towards the bottom half of your screen. Next, click on your game settings and turn on one button gameplay. Then, minimize your client to around half its normal size. Then, you have to play around to find a spot where you can click once and your mouse should be directly over the pickpocket option. Now, you can just spam click and thieve to your heart's content. If you want to make this even more chill, you can turn on mouse keys and just sit there and spam the 5 key and AFK like the Don you are. Slayer Master shops offer some of the best sources of cheap components in game. One very well known meta is buying Slayer gems and turning them into Slayer rings for precious and enhancing components. However, one less known meta is buying Insulated Boots every hour or so. These offer a fantastic source of powerful, protective and evasive components, and the great thing about these is that the shop restocks every hour or so you can fit them in perfectly with your farm runs or your Slayer tasks. This week's last tip blew my mind, as I had literally no idea that such a thing even existed. Now, as we all know, at 90 plus, you can literally get 1 mil Hunter XP an hour. But surprisingly, low level Hunter is actually quite a grind. One commonly used method to train Hunter at low levels is the Big Chin Chomper minigame. The minigame is quite rewarding in terms of XP, but it can be really annoying when the game finishes early for whatever reason. Luckily, there is a way around this. As soon as the game ends, you want to right click the ladder and select Climb Quickly. You'll be taken out of the instance, and after you arrive on the surface world, you can literally re-enter the Chin Chomper layer for an extended version of the game with less players. It's that simple. I know that the minigame is kind of dead content for high level hunters, but hopefully this tip will help some low levels out with their hunter grind. Well, that just about wraps it up for this week, guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video and learned something new. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. Next week, I have a jam-packed episode ready in production, so make sure to subscribe if you're interested in that. Also, if you fancy sharing some cool tips and tricks that you use, and just joining an awesome community in general, please join the Discord down below. This way I'll be able to get in touch with you guys and see what type of content you want from me. Finally, I have the next few months off, and I'm going to go really ham with the videos, and this time, I mean it. So, for this week, I've put a schedule down below, and for all those who are interested, you can just see what videos I have planned. But for now though guys, thanks so much for watching, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.